around and sit on the end of your mat for me. And just get yourself into a nice comfortable position. So if you need to maybe find a cushion or something to sit upon, just to let your body sit up a little bit taller. Now we're going to start our practice off today with a little breathing. We're going to work a holding pattern with your breath. If at any point you start to feel that you just need to breathe, then do, okay? It gets easier, okay, but holding your breath sometimes can be a little bit challenging. What you should find by the end of the breathing practice is that you're breathing a little bit slower, okay? A little bit more controlled, and you've got a little bit more oxygen coming into your blood system and your brain. So if you feel okay with it, just shutting your eyes. And now taking a nice, long, deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Take a long, deep breath in and slowly breathing all of the way back out. Take a long, deep breath in and slowly breathing all of the way back out. And this time, take a long, deep breath in and just lowering down your chin and holding on to your breath. And then raising your chin back up and slowly breathing all of the way back out again. Take a long deep breath in, nodding your chin down in towards your chest and holding on to your breath. And raising your chin back up and slowly breathing all of the way back out again. This time take a long deep breath in and then breathing all of the way back out and breathing out as completely as you can. Go right to the bottom of your exhalation. Lower down your chin and hold the breath out. Raising your chin back up and breathing in and breathing out. And again, breathing out, going right to the bottom of your exhalation, lowering down your chin, holding your breath out. And then raising your chin back up, nice long deep breath in and out. And deep breath in and out. And this time as you breathe in, raise both of your arms, clasp your fingers together at the top. And as you breathe out, let's take a little rotation with your upper body. Breathing in, come back to the middle. Breathing out, taking a little rotation with your upper body. Breathing in, come back to the middle. And breathing out, let's lower down our hands. We're gently going to lift ourselves up into our knees, uncurl your heels for me and sit back down upon them. Now as we raise our chin up, we're going to gently draw the body up and along the ground, breathing in as you pull the body up, breathing out as you send your hips back and take your head down. Breathing in as you draw forwards to your plank. And breathing out, bending on knees and sitting back. Breathing in as you pull your body up and along the ground. Breathing out, pull up through your belly as you ease your heels back. Breathing in as you draw forwards to your plank. And breathing out, bending your knees, sitting back to your heels. Breathing in as you draw your body up and through. Breathing out, pulling up through your tummy, easing the heels away and the head down. Breathing in as you draw forwards to your plank. And breathing out, bending your knees and sitting back. Breathing in to pull your body up and through. Breathing out, send the hips back and the head down. Breathing in as you draw forwards to plank. Breathing out, bending your knees and sitting back. One more time, breathing in, pull your body up and through. This time as you breathe out, send your hips back. Stay here and walk your feet from one to the other. And we're just gently pedaling out the heels, working from one heel to the other. Don't worry if the heels don't get to the floor today, okay, or yet. Okay, they may get to the floor a little bit later on. Spreading your fingers nice and wide to the floor and pulling your belly right up underneath you. And working down, working into releasing your lower back, working into releasing your hamstrings and your calf muscles. Now let's leave the heels where they are. Now walk your hands slowly back in towards your feet. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And then as we slowly unroll the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way back up to a standing position, raise your arms. Clasp your fingers together again for me. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, activate your waist and start to draw your arms out and away from your body. Opening up the side of your body through into your lats, all the way down into your lower back. Breathing in, come back on up. Breathing out, activating your waist, bringing your arms out and away from your body. And breathing in, coming back up. Breathing out, letting your arms all the way back down. Okay, come on up and step up to the top of your mat for me and bring your hands in towards your heart. Let's breathe in as we raise both arms. Breathing out as we open the body and fold on forwards. Breathing in, right foot stepping all of the way back and releasing your knee down to the floor, rising up into your fingertips. Breathing out as you step back with your left foot and hold to a plank. Breathing in as you come down to your knees, your belly and your chest. And breathing out, gently come to an upward dog, elbows in, shoulders down. Breathing in to lower, curl the toes, engage the core. And breathing out as you push to plank and back off into your downward dog. Breathing in, right foot, stepping up to the top of your mat, lifting your chin, releasing the toes. Breathing out, left leg, stepping up, unfolding. Breathing in as you pull up through the belly, opening your chest, gaze to your thumbs. And breathing out, hands back to your heart. Breathing in, raising both arms. Breathing out, open your body and fall forwards. Breathing in, left leg, stepping back. Take the knee down to the floor, rise up into your fingertips. Breathing out, step back with your right foot and hold into a strong plank. Breathing in, come down to knees, belly and chest. Breathing out as you come into gentle up dog, try not to overforce, relax your buttocks. Breathing in as you lower, curl the toes, engage the core. Breathing out, push to plank and back off into a downward dog. Breathing in, left leg, stepping up between your hands and lifting your chin. And breathing out, stepping up right foot and folding. Breathing in, pull up through the belly, all the way back up to standing. Breathing out, follow your thumbs back into your heart. Breathing in, following your thumbs up. Breathing out, following your body down. Breathing in, step back with your right foot. And keep this time your knee above the ground, turning to the left and raising your left arm and looking up. And just take a couple of breaths there, in through your nose, out through your nose. Keep the core locked on. Be light in that right hand and be strong and pull away with your left. Let's lower the left elbow down to the left knee and take the back foot flat to the floor. Draw back your right arm and look all the way back over your shoulder. And just remember, tuck your tailbone slightly under, open back your shoulders, open back with your chest. Now we're going to release back out your right arm, bring it towards the front of the mat and take down your left hand to the inside of your foot. And looking up towards your hand, coming into extended side stretch. And then let's gently turn the body around. Hands either side of your foot, turn the back foot and step the feet together behind you. Come down upon your knees, your belly and your chest. Now taking your feet a little bit wider, I'm going to come into this half reverse cobra. Take your right arm across the top of your mat and bring your left fingers like a little starfish down onto the floor so the palm is off the ground. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, carefully draw your body up onto your forearm, and as you turn your gaze to look over your left shoulder, see if you can see your left foot, but try not to move the bottom part of your body. Try and turn from the upper part and through the ribcage area. And gently bring it back. Let's swap the hands over. Bring down your fingers down to the floor. Okay, just try and keep everything relaxed here. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, draw up onto your forearm. Gently turn your upper body, but try and keep your lower body relaxed. See if you can see your right foot, or maybe both feet. And bring it all of the way back round. Okay, coming into your upward facing dog, your cobra coming up, keeping again the shoulders relaxed, the elbows flexed, releasing all of the way back down. Curl the toes, engaging with your core, push up in one strong straight line and back off into your downward dog. Breathing in, step forwards with your right foot, lifting your chin, releasing your toes. Breathing out, step forwards with your left foot and fold. Breathing in, pull up through the belly. Raise your arms, look to your thumbs. Breathing out, follow your thumbs to your heart. Breathing in, follow your thumbs up. And breathing out, follow your body down. Breathing in, left leg stepping back. Push away into your toes. Gently turn open towards the right, raising your right arm. Again, you're nice and light in that left hand. And breathe for me in through your nose, out through your nose. And then let's release down, taking your right elbow to your right knee, back heel down to the floor. And let's come into preparation of extended side stretch. Reaching back with your left arm and looking back over your shoulder. And then let's release all the way back out. And then let's come down with your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Look up towards your left hand. Nice strong stretch out from your waist. Nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your nose. And then gently, let's rotate the body. Hands either side of your foot, turn the back foot and step the feet together behind you. And come down upon your knees, your belly and your chest. Okay, now bringing in the heels behind you, coming up for bow. So you can either take one foot, okay, and then we'll take the other leg in just a moment, or you can take both together. Again, we're still fairly early on in your practice, okay, so just try not to over push your back before it's ready. So deep breath in. As you breathe out, if you can, start to lift your thighs a little off the floor. And take a couple of breaths there. So not going into 100% of this posture yet. And those of you doing one leg, swap to the other leg for me now. Those of you who are holding on to both of your ankles or your feet, come up a little bit higher now if you can. Okay, just work on that breathing. Try not to hold your breath. Opening the chest, opening the back, and opening up your quad muscles if you're coming up into full posture. And then gently lowering it back down, letting go of your feet, hands beneath your shoulders, coming into that gentle upward dog, elbows flexed a little bit, shoulders relaxed. And then releasing it back down. Alright, curl the toes, engaging the core, breathing in as you push the plank, and breathing out into your downward dog. Breathing in left leg, stepping up, lifting the chin, releasing the toes. Breathing out right leg, stepping up, unfolding. Breathing in, pull up through the belly, all the way back up to standing. Breathing out, hands back to your heart. Breathing in, raising both arms. This time, breathing out, open your chest and fold forwards. Breathing in, I'd like to step your left foot back behind. And we're going to place that heel flat down on the floor. And we're going to come up into preparation of Warrior One. So really pull up that knee deep in towards your armpit. Push back into your back leg. And as we come up, open out with your chest. Send your fingers away from you. Keep your ribs and your hips coming around towards the front as well as they will today. Breathing in, turning your palms, and as you breathe out, raising both arms, either look between your hands, if that's better for your alignment today, or bring your hands together and draw upwards. And maybe even, if you're going that bit further, squeezing your face a little with both arms. Okay, now on your next out breath, coming to Warrior Two, opening up with your back hip, coming a little bit deeper into your front knee. Again, like to tuck your tailbone slightly under and gaze along the centre of your right hand. Deep breath here, in through your nose, out through your nose. And then let's come to reverse your warrior, reaching towards your back leg, looking up towards your thumb, bringing the arm back. Now if you feel you'd like to go further, straighten up that front leg for me. If your balance is good, raise your toes as well. And then place your foot back down, bend your knee, cartwheel the arms all the way down to the floor and turn the back knee. Placing your back knee down upon the floor. Now we can turn open the front foot, placing both of your hands on the inside of your foot. As we come down towards lizard, this is a great position for opening up your hips. Okay, if you're wanting to further your half lotus and lotus positions, this is the kind of posture that would be beneficial for those sort of furthering postures. As we come down, we're bending the elbows a little, and we're trying to come down with a flatter back. You know, because as we know, it would be very easy to round the back and put the elbows on the floor. All right, if you want to go deeper, my advice would be to walk your foot across, pop it upon its edge, take your right hand underneath, and then again you could lower it down. All right, and going as far as you feel you want to. Eventually you can put your throat upon your big toe. But it's very much you want to be pressing onto the edge of your foot. So it's not a rolling of the foot all the way down flat to the floor. And then let's draw the body gently back on up. Okay, walking your foot a little bit out to the side. Okay, pull your back knee just a touch closer in. We're going to come up into a twist here today. So we're going to come across to the opposite side of the knee. Okay, when we come across, I'm going to work in 3 positions. The first one that we pull down into a twist and you bring your hands into a lateral prayer. The second one could be that we take the arm across and the hand goes to the floor. Okay, and the third one being that we lift up the back knee and we stretch across and back over with your right arm. Be careful with your balance on this one, okay? Listen to your body and don't over push. Think about the whole revolve of the body. So it's like a revolve of your extended side stretch that we did on the last part of the sequence. So if we can take a nice deep breath in, raise your left arm. As you breathe out, bring your elbow to the far side of your knee. And like I say, the hands in prayer, look back. Or place your hand over, having caught your shoulder over the top of your knee. Then from here, if you feel okay with it, lift up your back knee. Maybe put your back heel down. And then maybe from here, you're bringing back over your right arm. You're looking up towards your thumb. And again, tendency on a position like this is to unravel a little bit. And sometimes our arm comes across the front of our shin. All right, if we can try not to let that happen too much. Okay, and if it's progressing in this position, rotate back a little bit more. And then let's let the arm back down, let your knee back down, and bring your arms away. All right, take your back leg a little bit further back, and coming in towards your crescent moon position. So your hips are riding forwards. We're bringing both of the arms up towards the ceiling. We can look up between the hands. That might be enough today. If you feel that you can look up and take the hands together, go a bit further. If your balance is a bit off, look forwards. If you can open back further, start to look to the wall behind you. And then gently drawing it all of the way back in. All right, let's bring the knees up together. Okay, now we're going to take the leg out to the side. So, especially if you're working with somebody else today, just be careful, all right? And if there's a lot of furniture close by, just be careful. You may have to turn your body the other way around on the mat. So I'm going to take the right leg out to the side, and I'm going to start to take a nice long stretch into the side of your body. So working into a little bit of Pilates practice here, breathing in through your nose. And then as you breathe out through your mouth, let's lift the leg and press it upwards. As we come over, breathing in, nice long stretch out from the waist. Breathing out, engaging your core and stretch and lift the leg. Breathing in, reaching up and over. Breathing out, draw the navel back to the spine as you lift. Keep going. If you find you get a little bit of a cramp coming up into that hip, okay, don't worry, nothing's unusual is happening, it's just maybe your leg hasn't done this sort of work for a while, all right, or maybe you did my ballet practice last night and maybe that's why you're feeling a little bit of cramp there, all right, but just really pull into the core, like I always say, do what you can. Now stay here if you can, and I'm going to breathe in half down, breathe out, lift the leg. Breathing in down, out to lift the leg. Breathing in down, engage the core to lift. Breathe in, out, lift. Breathe in, out, lift. Two more, and lift. One more, and lift. Bring it all of the way back down. Okay, so we've got the knees pulling up together. Going to come up into your camel, but I'm going to do a little bit of opening movement to begin with. Okay, so I'm going to be working with your arms, bring them all the way back, okay, and such. When we do this, follow your hand and really follow your fingers. Watch them as they go all of the way back. Try not to bring your quads in at this point. Try and only work from your waist upwards, okay? Some of you might brush your fingertips by your tuck heel as you go backwards, okay, but don't worry, you don't have to do that. Okay, so as we bring the right arm up, breathing in. As we breathe out, follow your fingers all the way back, bless you, thank you, and then coming all the way back round, okay? As you take your left arm up, breathing in, breathing out, follow your fingers all of the way back and round. Breathing in, breathing out, try and lift out from your waist, not too much work coming into your quads. and back. Breathing in, left arm, open the chest, breathing out and go back. And if today you'd like to do another couple of those, please do. Otherwise, place your hands upon your lower back, open your chest, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, we're offering up the chest as we come towards your camel posture. Now remember, a back bend isn't necessarily about throwing the head back. Alright, so going as far as you can, opening and feeling safe. If you do feel okay to open your neck, maybe you're looking upwards, or maybe you're looking back behind you. You could from there hold on to your elbows, or reach along for the back of your legs, or reach along for your heels, opening your chest up. And then let's tuck the chin in. As we come back up, nice and slowly. Sliding your hands forwards, spread out your fingers, curl the toes, and push off into a nice high down dog. Now send your hips backwards, lower the heels back a little. If you would prefer to walk out on the spot, then please do. But just try and have a really good base. So like I say, spreading the fingers out nice and wide. Ensure that the very middle finger is pointing straight up. Okay, you haven't got your hands fanning out too much. Now let's from here raise the right leg nice and high. Bend the knee and draw the knee back. Try and keep your upper body squared to the mat. Now taking the leg down, locking the big toe, the toe next to it to the bone above your heel, and come forwards into your one leg plank. So you have your legs squeezing together. Okay, your right leg is on top of your left, knees are pulled up, and we're breathing. You should be able to feel your core coming in here. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your nose. Now let's come all the way back up. Raise the leg up high for a nice high down dog split. And now drawing your right knee towards your right elbow. Float the body, hold it up. Breathe. Alright, now let's from here take the leg through and take your right foot towards your left hand. Take your back heel down upon the floor. And then if you can, raising your right arm and looking up. Really pull up through your waist. You've got a nice strong breath here. In through your nose, out through your nose as you're in your fallen triangle. And then bring your hand back down to the floor. Take your right knee towards your right wrist. And slide the back leg away from you. So coming towards your pigeon posture. First of all, before you go down, I know some of you would like to take your pigeon to resting, okay? I just want you to check that your back leg isn't floating out to the side, okay? If I was sitting in front of you, I wouldn't want to be able to see your back leg at all, okay? So tucking it right in. Then from here, as I say, what we might want to do today is make a little fist tower, one on top of the other, and then place your forehead down, and that might be enough. Okay, absolutely. Enjoy that stretch coming into your hips and your glutes of your right leg. Okay, now some of you will be happy to come up into your pigeon, in which case we're bending up the back leg and we're taking hold. Okay, now I'm just going to switch around to the side so you can see what's going on here. Okay, so we have this back leg coming up. And you should start to feel the stretch coming into the front of your thigh a bit more. As I've said before, if you start to feel you're getting a cramping into the back of your leg, let the leg go. Some of you may feel good to take hold of your elbow around the front. Okay, maybe take your hand backwards and find the fingers. And some of you are ready to hold on to your big toe. And then you're bringing your big toe back to your head and your head's going back. Alright, now once you've had enough of that, I'd like you to come back up if you've gone back down, okay, and I'd like you to swing back round your back leg and have it straight. Take out your right leg so it's towards the inside of your inner thigh. And I'd like us to reach across. Now we're going to do this again. This is going to become more of an active stretch. So we're reaching across, our head is coming down towards our knee. But as we come back out, we're going to take the hand all the way back to the floor, push down through your left leg, and then we're lifting the hips upwards and reaching backwards and looking towards your backhand. And then drawing the body all of the way back down. Okay, reaching across, deep breath in and out. Stay for another breath. Breathe in and out. And then let's bring the body up. Take the hand back, so the fingers are facing away from you. Push into your toes, lift, and maybe it's a good time now to let you know that you can reach the floor behind your back. And all the way back and down. Alright, so if you didn't, this is going to be the last one, and let's make this the best one. So as we come up, cartwheel that hand back, lift your hips up high, big arch with the back, see if you can see the ground, maybe you can reach for it, and come all of the way back down. Beautiful. Bring the legs in together, and we're going to come to that roll back. So for those of you who did bring along a band or a pair of tights or anything stretchy that you could lay your hands upon, now is the time to put it around the bottom of your feet, okay? But I'm going to modify this today, so I'm not going to take it all of the way down to the floor. As I always say with these positions, the most important thing is keeping the integrity of the posture and working and serving the exercise onto the body as it should be. So if you can take a breath in, let your ribs widen. As you breathe out, engaging the core, and we're looking to curve the back. So as you go back, you've got a curve coming into the lower back. Breathing in, and then breathing out, engaging with your core as you sit all of the way back up. Breathe in. As you go back, breathing out, engage your core and start to draw back. Breathing in. And then breathing out, really feel the core is being used. Try not to jerk the body forwards, try and make it very smooth. Okay, the next one, breathing in. As you go back, breathing out. If you feel you can, you're taking your shoulder blades to the floor. Breathing in. As you come back up, breathing out, making sure it's your full usage of your abdominals, your deep core and your hip flexors. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, make it smooth. Hold into the core. Make it continuous. Breathing in. As you come back up, breathing out and drawing all of the way back up. Those of you who need another challenge, put one hand on your shoulder. As you come down, breathing out. Breathing in. Out as you come all of the way back up. And if we've done one shoulder, we need to do the other one. Okay, so hand on the shoulder, breathe in. As you go down, breathing out. Breathing in. And as we come back up, breathing out. Drawing the body all of the way back up. Alright. So if we can cross over the legs, I'm just going to get you to gently move yourself back up. Uncurl your legs. And push off your feet to plank. Okay, so you're in a nice strong position. Let's press all the way back out into your downward dog. Now if we can take through your right hand and reach underneath to find your left ankle. And then from here, looking underneath your armpit to the ceiling. Now if you're not quite reaching your ankle, don't worry. Reach for the knee, the shin, okay, side of the leg. And also remember the inside is going to be easier than the outside, okay? So if you're not quite ready for the outside yet, go for the inside of the leg. And then placing your right hand back down, step your right foot forwards, lifting your chin, releasing your toes, and then stepping your left foot forwards and folding. Okay, Now I'm going to be working into a little twist from here. So I'd like you to bend your knees and sit low. Alright, now from here, taking across your left arm, okay, to the back of your head, and your right hand is going to sit just into your lower back. Okay, take a breath in, open the chest and look towards the ceiling behind you. And as you breathe out, we're twisting and drawing across with the elbow towards the knee. Breathing in as you open the chest. Breathing out to draw down. Breathing in, opening the chest. Breathing out and drawing down. Again, breathing in, opening the chest. This time breathing out, drawing down, and let go of your head. Bring the hands to the far side of your knee and pull down, okay, into the side of your body. Now again, we have an opportunity to take the twist further by placing the hand on the floor and then raising your right hand to the ceiling. Good. All right, now for those of you who would like to try today, you could just pop in to your side crow. So the elbow would come to the far side of the thigh. You're tipping your body forward, so you're balancing onto your elbow, and then maybe, that's it, you can bring your feet off the floor, just tiptoes, coming back on in, bring the body back, sitting nice and low, all the way back up to standing, and all the way back down. Oh, that was intense.
Surprise.
Okay, good.
I'd be surprised.
All right, that's all nice. Okay, so we're going to come up to the other side of your body. All right, so let's take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, opening your chest and folding forwards. Breathing in, step back with your right foot, leaving your left leg at the top. Always as you look down, see your heels are on line. Okay, forgot to tell you about that on the other side, but try not to back cross your back leg. Come deep into your knee, bring your body up and open your chest. Preparation of Warrior One. So try and draw your body forwards towards the front of the room. Breathe in, turn your palms. As you breathe out, raising both arms. Either look between your hands or close off the space around by your face. Squeeze and pull up even higher if you can. All right, and keep breathing. Nice deep breath. Focus on your breath. And coming out into Warrior Two. Opening up your back hip, tailbone tucks under. Again, rolling back the shoulders, lowering into that knee. And take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, reverse. Reaching backwards, looking up towards your upper hand. Okay, so again, see where you can get to today. If you can straighten that leg, it's going to make it more intense. If you can draw the toes back, it's going to make it more intense again. It's going to make you focus on balance a bit harder. And then let's bend the knee all the way back down. Turning the back foot and popping that knee down into the floor. Coming into preparation of lizard. Turn open your front foot, placing both hands onto the inside, and let's lower the body gently down. Okay, so relaxing your shoulders, easing a little lower. Nice straight back line, so you're moving straight out of your hips. Those of you taking the deeper version here, taking your foot across, left hand beneath, and then as you lower, your throat is coming all the way down towards your big toe. And just again, take a couple of breaths. Slow the breath down. And then we draw it all the way back up and prepare for our twist. So working your foot back out. We're going to bring that back knee halfway back in. It's going to make the twist easier to get into for you. So let's take a deep breath in, raising your right arm. Remember your layers that you've got here. You can either place your hands in prayer and move forwards. If your arm has gone all the way over, you might be able to take your hand to the floor today. Leaning forward, so you've got a good position coming into that front foot. Then if you're lifting the back knee, Take it up, maybe put the back heel down, and maybe you're drawing back over that left arm and looking up towards your hand. And just try and relax back the shoulders. I know that sounds like a weird thing to say, all right, but you're trying to release that tension, all right? So sometimes try not to push too hard. Those of you who are finding this easy, you're rotating the body out a little bit more. And then letting your arm down, letting your knee down. Bring your arm away. Take your back leg a little bit further back. We're preparing to come into the deepest of our hip flexor stretches. So as we draw our arms all the way up, again, you could keep your palms apart. That's better for your alignment of your spine going backwards. Keep it as. You can take your hands together, or maybe we can open back a little bit more, lifting the chin. And drawing all of the way back down. And we're going to pop those knees in together again. So again, we're going to take that left leg, this time out to the side. Coming in for the hip work again. As we take a breath in, reaching out from the waist. And as you breathe out, engaging your core, softly raising the leg up. There's not really any softly about it, is there? If we're very honest, okay? Breathing in, breathing out, strength work though. Strength, range of motion. Okay, deep breath in. As you breathe out, engaging your core and lift, point your toes. Breathing in, stretching, lengthening the side of your body. Breathing out, engage the core and lift the leg up. Breathing in, stretching out from the waist. Breathing out, engaging the core and lift the leg up. Okay, this time we're going to be holding the leg. So breathing in, out as you lift. Breathing in, half down. Breathing out, lift the leg up. Breathing in, down. Engage the lift. Breathe in, keep that core locked on. Lift the leg. Breathe in, out and lift. Breathe in, out to lift. You have two more, and lift. One more, and relax. Coming it all the way back down. Good job. Thank you. Alright, so we're going to come up into opening out into your crow position, second time around. So you could go with the arms again, alright, if you would like to work that in second time. It's nice, okay, it's a good way of getting towards that back bending without putting too much pressure on it. Again, try and think, always when you're taking this back, that we want to lift out from our waist, so that as we open backwards, we're lifting upwards to open, rather than going backwards and down. Alright, so try and lift through the shoulder blades, lift through the rib cage. Feel like each part, each intercostal muscle is stretching open, okay? So hands either to lower back or you're holding onto your elbows. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, offering up your chest towards the ceiling. Stay there if you're not taking your head back. If you're okay with taking the head back, start to open the throat. And then again, either reaching for the back of your legs or your heels. Nice deep breath. In through your nose, out through your nose. And then gently tuck your chin in, engage with your core, come up through the middle, slide your hands forward, spreading your fingers out nice and wide. Curl the toes and let's come out into a nice high down dog, head drawing down, lowering the heels back. And we should find a significant difference now from when we started. Alright, hopefully now you feel a little bit looser in the arms, the shoulders and the back, and particularly in the legs. Let's raise the left leg up nice and high, bend the knee and open back, keeping your upper body nice and strong and straight to the floor. And then let's take down, And lock the big toe to the bone just above your heel. Squeeze the knees together and come forwards into a single leg plank. And breathe. Nice strong breath. In through your nose. Out through your nose. Pull up onto your bottom rib so your ribs aren't dropping down to the ground. Have a nice strong connection with your core. And then let's bring the body all the way up. Let's raise that leg up nice and high. Coming into a floating plank. Draw your left knee towards your left elbow. Let's draw that leg now underneath us. And let's remove that right hand. Bring it up into your fallen triangle. Back foot is flat on the floor for balance. Both legs are as straight as you can take them today. And breathe. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your nose. Let's bring that hand all the way down, taking through your left knee towards your left wrist, and then taking the body back. Alright, so same instruction as the last time. Just check out that you haven't got the back leg wandering off. Okay, tuck it in. Okay. The front knee, you open it up as well as it wants to go today, alright? If you do get into the position, you've got issues with the knee on this turning, okay, come back into pose of the child, okay, come round to a seated position, alright, but again, never force it, okay, you're going as far as your body will let you. So if we're coming down towards the floor, one hand on top of the other this time maybe, or you make that little fist tower. Those of you coming up, okay, we're bending up the back leg. Going through the same as before, okay? If it's enough just to hold the leg, that's fine. If you're going a bit further, bring your elbow around the front. Then you can reach back and find your fingers. Once you've found your fingers, you will start to find your toe eventually. Then you're holding on, releasing the other leg, other hand, sorry, and then you're holding into your full pigeon. And again, it's a little bit of a head drop back, looking back. And then we're going to release, and we're going to bring back round that right leg all the way towards the front of the room. Just place in your left leg on the inside. Okay, so let's draw our left arm across, reach all the way over. Let's point the toes in preparation. Head coming down towards the knee. Just take a couple of deep breaths here. In through your nose, out through your nose. And let's bring that arm all the way back. Take the hand down to the floor. Point your toes, lift your hips, arching backwards. And drawing all of the way back down again. Let's stretch it over and across. Take a couple of breaths there. Breathing in and out. And then let's bring that arm all the way back, fingers pointing out and away from you. Lift up the knee. Remember, the floor is a possibility. All the way back. I can hear Tina just whispering it's not, okay? But it is. It is.
Not today.
It is.
It will be another day.
Alright, reaching all the way back. All the way back down. Good. Okay. Let's bring the legs back round again. Now, this time we're going to work into your saw. So we have a seated rotation. Okay, the postures that I'm using today are all back closing exercises, okay, as was the rolling through the spine. Now we're going to be rotating and folding the body over. So it's the counter to all of the back bending that we've been doing. I've got my legs about as wide as my mat. Okay, alternatively, once you get going, your quad muscles start to get a bit gripey, then cross your legs. Sit your body up and then we rotate, okay, with the legs in front of us. Equally, you could put a block or a cushion underneath your sit bones and that might make it more comfortable. What I'm going to ask you though is when we take this rotation is to really consider moving through your rib cage and using your abdominals to take you over. It's not necessarily just about your flexibility, okay? Very much thinking here that the driving force of the rotation is coming from your oblique muscles, it's coming from your core, and it's coming from your back strength to take you over, okay? Rather than just grabbing hold of your leg and trying to pull yourself down. So let's open out through with your arms, lengthen through with your fingers, breathing in to rotate your upper body, breathing out to round the spine a little and draw across. You don't have to go very far. Breathing in as you draw the body back up, and breathing out. Now engage the core, slow yourself down, coming back to the middle. Breathing in as you turn, breathing out, rounding through the back as we lengthen over. Breathing in, come back up. Breathing out, engaging with your core. Breathing in as we turn, and breathing out to gently round the back and lengthen across. Breathing in as you come back on up. Breathing out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in as you turn. Breathing out, rounding the back as we lengthen across. Breathing in, come back up. Breathing out, engaging with your core, arms coming across your chest here. Breathing in, rotating your upper body. Breathing out, tilt, round, gently draw yourself across. Breathing in as you draw your body back up. Breathing out, now engage the core to bring you to the middle. Breathing in, turning your upper body. Breathing out, flexing from your waist to take you over. Breathing in as you come back up. Breathing out, engaging with your core to the middle. Now that last one here, fingers by your temples or just behind your ears. Breathing in to turn. Breathing out, rounding your body over. Breathing in to come back on up. Breathing out, engaging your core to the middle. Breathing in, nice tall spine. Breathing out, fold a little over. Breathing in, come back up. Breathing out, engaging with your core and letting your arms all the way back down. Alright, now you can cross the legs again, please. Gently bring yourself over onto your knees, either step back or hop out and back into your downward dog for me. Now let's take through your left hand to your right ankle, or be it your knee, or be it your calf, okay, whatever you can reach onto. Look underneath your armpit. And then taking your hand down to the floor. Now let's step forwards with your left foot, lifting your chin, releasing your toes. Then step forwards with your right foot and hold. Okay, so we're sitting back deep, bending your knees, and we have this twist to come across on the other side. Okay, so we've got the elbow coming to, hand coming to the back of the head, elbow coming. Now as we come down, we're twisting across, elbow towards your knee. As we open it back, we're looking all the way back to the ceiling. As you come across, breathing out, breathing in as you draw back, breathing out, drawing across, breathing in to draw back, breathing out, drawing across, breathing in to draw back, breathing out, drawing across, breathing in to draw back. This time we're coming over, and we're going to bring that elbow to the far side of your thigh, hands in a prayer position. So again, you can either stay here, you can bring your hand down to the floor, and you can open your chest and look back up. Okay, now again, either stay there for another breath, or we can move that into your side crow. So just twist to the side a little so you can see. Hands are coming down to the floor, elbow catches underneath the side of your thigh. You're looking forwards, finding your balance, and maybe extending the legs. Even if you just get your toes off the floor, just one foot off the floor, that's it. Yeah, good job. All right, now come back round to the middle, sit down nice and low, into chair posture, heels down, all the way back up, and let's release those arms all the way back down. Okay, step back towards the middle of your mat for me. Take your heels together, and we're going to come up through the toes. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, lowering your body all the way back down. Okay, now we're going to come up to a little balance. You can either keep your heels apart, or if you'd like to, draw your heels and the balls of your feet together. And this is a great position for stretching through the arches of your feet, opening up the inner thigh muscles a little, and we'll take your hands back into prayer position. All right, just the more that you can, the more that you're opening your knees up, trying to eventually get them a bit closer towards the ground. Okay, now you can either stay here again for another couple of breaths, or you can move your hands downwards towards the floor, coming into crow, Bakasana, little bend to the elbows, but bring the knees to perch into the upper part of the back of your arm. Look forwards, and then from there, see whether the legs feel light enough to lift today. Okay, but like I say with these positions, it's again a lot about practice. It's a lot about just taking your time. So to begin with, you may feel more comfortable with putting your knees very much on the outside of your arms. Okay, and that might feel a little bit more comfortable and a bit more doable. All right, so you're opening up your surface area. When you've been practicing for a while, you may feel more comfortable going up with your knees behind your armpits. Okay, so it's going to take a little bit more control, a little bit more practice, a little bit more focus, and you're pulling yourself up. Lots of different ways to do this though. They're great things to practice, great things to try. If this is a new thing for you at the moment though, do this with a couple of cushions in front of you. Alright, just so that again you can get used to it and you're not damaging yourself should you slip. So if you can bring yourself around to seated. Okay, I'm going to finish off just by closing the back down. I'm going to stretch out the neck, okay, and then we're all done for tonight. So we're going to reach in and under, take hold of your elbows, and then gently pulling backwards, tucking your head down, and try and wriggle down a little bit so you get a stretch coming into the lower back. Okay, now we're going to take a little link with our fingers to come underneath your knees, and again, withdraw back. And then turning your fingers, holding them in the opposite direction, and draw back. And then bring myself back up to seated. Okay, now loosely crossing the legs. So we've worked a lot. I've talked a little bit today about opening up the hips in readiness for lotus or half lotus. So we could try taking the right leg up and placing it at the top of your left thigh. Alright, now from there I'm going to take a twist for the neck. So I'm going to take my left arm across and start to again twist it around, having your palm open, and what you can work on from there is reaching around with your right hand to see if you can eventually find your right big toe. Alright, you might get there today, you might not, alright, but it's just an option. Try and keep the neck nice and long, try and keep sitting up nice and tall. And gently release it out. Alright, let's swap those legs over. So So from here, taking your right hand across, opening your palm, reaching back round, seeing if you can hold on to your big toe, or you're just reaching your arm around the back of your body, looking over your shoulder. Now just letting go and letting those legs just be nice and relaxed. Then from here, I'd like us to reach out with our fingers, okay, a right hand down towards the floor, and it's as if you're pushing your fingers into the ground, like you're trying to push yourself over. Take your opposite hand over, find your ear, and gently encourage your ear away from your fingers that are pushing into the ground. And then work your fingers to the back corner of your head and incline your jaw towards one side of your collarbone. And then let it all the way back up. Changing your hands, so push your fingers into the floor, take the hand over the top, gently bring the head over, remembering to sit up nice and tall. Sometimes the second time around we're dropping down a little bit. And then go to the back corner, and again incline your jaw across a little bit. Draw it all the way back up. Now just now, if we let these shoulders come forwards of your body and just stretch across the middle of your upper back. As you breathe in, use your abdominals to bring you up, use your core strength. Breathing out, opening your arms back and down. Let's swish the shoulders forwards, tap the head right on in. Breathing in as you draw up. Stretch high, breathing out, opening your arms all of the way back. This time, drawing your shoulders forwards, tucking your head in. Breathing in, raising your arms. Breathing out, come down to your crown. Come down to your third eye. Come to your throat. Stopping in at your heart. And we can wish a namaste to each other. Namaste. And we can bow to each other. Namaste. Namaste. Honouring our light, honouring our practice, passing on our good, positive energies to each other. Okay? I'm going to take you off mute now, and if you want to speak to me about anything, you can do. If you're going to just lie down, have a little bit more time in relaxation, that would be amazing. Okay? Take full use of that opportunity of not having to get into your car and drive off home. Alright, but everybody's done amazing today.